Wow, not only one, but you are going to have two beautiful surprises when it comes to this week. One is going to happen within the first part of this week, and another surprise is going to happen at the end of this week. Of course, these two surprises are going to be completely different, about two completely different things. But this is when things are about to become so interesting when it comes to you and when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Erini, because your number when it comes to numerology is number 17, which means that, oh my God, this is so much more than just surprises. And this in itself is going to be leading towards such a beautiful turning point in your life. Both of these things that you will go through, both of these surprises are going to be ever so important. So when it comes to the first part of this week, you are going to have this really beautiful, a really positive experience, and this experience is most certainly going to surprise you, because it's going to happen the moment in time when you least expect this, my gorgeous Erini, which is going to make this whole situation even so much more interesting indeed. So this first pleasant surprise you're going to have, it's about this situation, like something really positive is gonna happen, which is going to make you feel really good, which is going to make you feel really happy. But at the same time, it's not only about this positive experience, but it's also about something is going to inspire you so much. Something is most certainly going to inspire you when it comes to the beginning of this week. And when I say that something is going to inspire you, you need to understand this. Whatever this is, there is so much more to it than you can possibly imagine, my gorgeous Erini. There is a reason why you are going to have this pleasant, really positive experience, in the first place. And even more so, there is a reason why something is going to inspire you to the point where you're not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever. And this is your sign. This is your sign to dive in as soon as you possibly can, because this inspiration is really going to change your life. This inspiration is instantly going to bring an ultimate change into your life. And what you need to understand is that when it comes to this inspiration, your life is just going to become so much more interesting after this moment in time. And please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that your life wasn't interesting or anything like that, but you will see exactly what I mean, because there is a lot going to be on your mind after this moment in time. There are going to be some brilliant ideas you're going to have, and most certainly you're going to find yourself on the right path where you are going to decide to go forward with your life. What you're doing right now, you're not only doing the right thing by taking this inspiration really seriously, but you're also expanding your horizons as well. And when it comes to this inspiration, which you're not going to be able to stop thinking about, it's about you wanting to do something, wanting to start something, wanting to explore something, wanting to learn more about something. So to start with, you really are going to feel drawn towards learning more about this particular thing which is going to inspire you. And the more you learn about it, the more drawn you're going to feel towards it. And the more you explore, the more connected you're going to feel to this as well at the same time. And there is something that you are going to be kind of reading about, finding out about, and learning about at the same time. And within the next couple of days, oh my God, sorry, you are going to have such a brilliant idea You are going to, because of this, you are going to have such a brilliant idea when it comes to the next big step you are going to make. Okay, I really hope you're gonna take this very seriously. Not only your life is gonna become so much more interesting, but you're just gonna become so much more happier. And when it comes to your finances, oh my god, when it comes to your finances, this is really going to reflect on your finances quite a lot. There is something major which is going to come out of it when it comes to your finances and when it comes to your financial situation. You know, this in itself is bringing you an immense financial reward. But it's not only about finances, you know, it's a lot about you feeling that you are doing the right thing. And you will realize these changes within yourself just while you're exploring this and while you're thinking about it. You will see how much braver you are becoming, so how much stronger you are, how much more stronger you are becoming. You know, you're opening your mind. You are at the same time about to come out of your comfort zone. And this is absolutely brilliant, you know, because you're gonna feel like you're taking some kind of a risk. But this is not a risk, my gorgeous Erini. This is such an important direction in life you are taking. You need to take. You must take. You have to take, because it's going to change your entire life forever in the best possible way. So when I say that you're gonna kind of be learning about, you're gonna be exploring this, you're gonna be exploring your option, I told you that you're gonna have absolutely brilliant idea what are you going to do next, you know, and this in itself, my God, it's a really important, the moment in time you have this idea, I don't need to tell you to take this seriously, because this is all what you're going to be thinking about. This is going to become the center of your world, whether you like it or not. And the people who are close to you will be able to notice changes within you. People that are so close to you, who knows you really, really well, are going to be telling you that you look different, you sound different, that you have so much more energy, that you look so much more beautiful. How many more signs you need, you know, to know and to understand that something really, really magical is happening, something really powerful is about to unfold. You are most certainly moving on with your life towards the right direction indeed. But at the same time, you know, like I have to say to you, at the same time, a very negative stage of your life is coming to an end. The moment in time you have this major idea what is going to be your next big step, you see, this is also going to be such a powerful sign that this negative stage in your life is slowly but surely coming to an end. You know, and you know, you were worrying recently, you were worrying about certain things, there were certain negative things that you were going through, some kind of a stress and anxiety, you know, over the last few months, quite a lot, and I know that this is to do with, you know, it's to do with the certain problems that you were going through that were really, really difficult at times. And this is what I'm so happy about, that this, you know, this negative dark stage of your life is also slowly but surely coming to an end. This was holding you back. This was holding you back subconsciously. This was preventing you to move on, to move forward. And now this is like such a mind-blowing sign, you know, that you are about to come out so much more stronger, so much more like powerful than ever before, you know, because you've been through something really, really difficult, and now you are about to come on top, my gorgeous Erini. After this moment in time, you know, the energy is going to be so much lighter, and trust me, you are indeed going to be able to notice this. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. And by the time you get to the mid part of this week, you're already going to notice certain changes within you. You are going to kind of realize that you did not spend enough time with certain people in your life. You know, maybe it's to do with the certain family members you haven't seen, for a while. Maybe it's to do with certain friends, like a really good friends that you didn't kind of talk to for a while, you didn't see for a while. And I understand, sometimes we do go through certain things in life that do drain our energy so much. And sometimes we feel really disconnected from the world and from the people around us. That doesn't mean that we have a problem with them. That doesn't mean that we don't like them, But now again, you will also kind of feel a little bit guilty. Now suddenly you're gonna have these several people on your mind, and you're gonna be thinking, oh my God, I didn't spend enough time with him, I didn't spend enough time with her, I wanted to call them so many times, I wanted to text them so many times, but I didn't do anything. Only now, you are really gonna kind of feel a little bit guilty about it. It's not that you didn't feel guilty about it before, but now you're just gonna kind of feel like it's urgent for you to kind of like really reconnect with these people. And do that, my gorgeous Erini, please do it, because these people, each of them are gonna play such a beautiful role in your life when it comes to your future. These people will always be there, do you know what I mean, for them, and you're always gonna, these people are always gonna be there for you, and you're always gonna be there for them. These are really special people who are always gonna be part of your life, do you know what I mean? But also, once you start reconnecting with them, you know that you're gonna start feeling so much better, so much happier with yourself as well. And there are certain things that you're gonna hear from them, like a certain informations, that you're gonna find so beneficial, when it comes to your life and when it comes to this current path that you're on, that you wouldn't be able to get or gain from anybody else. And also, when it comes to the midweek, completely different situation to what I've just said so far. You're also gonna start finding like a really hard work certain people like in your life, certain group of people. Maybe it's just 2 people, maybe it's like a few people. You're gonna start to find them like a really hard work. And this is not so much about these people. This is not so much about who they are. This is not so much about what they are, but it's more about this particular environment that you are spending surrounded by these people. Let this be your sign that maybe these people are not good for you anymore. Like maybe it's to do with people who are very low when it comes to their vibration, in general. Low vibrational beings are not very good to be around. And sometimes it is not their fault that they are like a low vibrational people. But, at the same time, you have to think about yourself. You have to think about protecting yourself. And it really depends who these people are. Maybe you work around these people. Maybe you, train around these people. Maybe you do some kind of a hobby around these people. It really depends who these people are. But you will know, who this will be, because at around the midweek, you're gonna start finding these people as such a hard work. And as I said, it's nothing to do with these people personally. These are like kind of low vibrational beings, because what's happening with you and your life, you are transcending right now. So naturally, people who are having a very low vibration are going to be irritating you, and they're going to be getting on your nerves. This is normal, this is natural, but it's also a clear sign that, I know it's going to sound like really crazy, but your journey with this group of people has come to an end. You just don't need to stop doing whatever you were doing while you were surrounded by these people, but you can just try to change this particular place and go and kind of like you to think about certain changes that you can make in order to remove yourself from this situation. So you can maybe carry on doing whatever you were doing around these people, but just make sure that you've got a different place and you're surrounded by different people, for example. So this in itself is going to need some kind of change. So the bottom line is you need to remove yourself from this type of people who are going to be really negative for your energy, and they're still kind of subconsciously subconsciously gonna be holding you back a little bit, because they are gonna be affecting you like without you even realizing. You know, they're gonna be draining your energy. So just you need to kind of step back for a second, look at the bigger picture and see what you can do in order to remove yourself from this situation and to go somewhere else, for example. And I know that this is not easy to do it. I know it's easy for me to say, but you need to understand that this is a very powerful sign for you to protect your soul, to protect your spirit, and to protect your precious energy as well. It is very important for you to do this, my gorgeous Erini, indeed, because, you know, now it's time for these changes. There is no doubt about it, you know, so this is something that you really need to kind of pay attention to. And there is also something going to happen at around the midweek where you are going to like kind of want to start something or sign up for something, or you will want to start something that will need that once you start that, you know, it's going to be really difficult for you to get out of this. So maybe it's to do with some kind of a contract that you will want to start when it comes to the midweek. Maybe it's to do with you kind of buying something really big and really expensive if you're really kind of like lucky, you know, if you're able to, brilliant. But I'm just saying that somebody's gonna be really pushy. Somebody's gonna be like kind of playing this role where someone is gonna be so pushy, and somebody's gonna try to talk you into something, into buying something or into doing something that you don't want to do. Or maybe someone is gonna talk to you into like kind of signing up for something. And I just need you to be really, really smart, you know, and try to avoid that particular person. You will know that there's something is wrong with their energy. You will know that something is not genuine about this particular person. So just don't rush into this, whatever this is. Don't rush into this. If something is so off when it comes to this particular person who's going to be dealing with this, you just need to avoid at all cost. Like few days later, you're going to be dealing with somebody else, and the whole situation and the whole experience is going to be completely different. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Erini, do you know what? It really is to do with this challenge, oh my God, that you have been going through for a while. Something that wasn't allow you to make important decisions, and something that you have been like, oh my God, thinking about for a while. Something that you have been so indecisive about for a while. This challenge was giving you so many headaches, my gorgeous Erini. And you know what this challenge is going to be, because most certainly you are gonna get some kind of a message when it comes to the last part of this week. And this message is gonna make you extremely frustrated, and because this message is going to remind you of this challenge, and you're gonna be like, oh no, you know, you're gonna be reminded of this challenge, and you're not gonna like it whatsoever. And that's how you're gonna be reminded of this challenge. And then this challenge was kind of giving you headache for a while, to be quite honest with you, and you were thinking about it ever so often, especially while you were asleep, before you went to sleep at night, or maybe just it didn't even give you you weren't kind of able to sleep, do you know what I mean, because of this challenge, because this was on your mind quite a lot. And then, you know, like about a little while later, you are not gonna allow this to affect you, my gorgeous Erini. A little while later, like about one day later, you're gonna feel full of energy. You're gonna feel actually really positive. This time, this challenge is not going to affect you whatsoever, because I'm telling you, like one day later, you are gonna be doing something that you really love doing, you know, that you really enjoy doing, something that normally makes you feel extremely creative, and you will disconnect with this world and with problems, you know, with your problems, you know, for a little while. And then, you know what, you are going to have such a pleasant surprise. Something is just, this is another pleasant surprise that I was talking about when it comes to the last part of this week. And this pleasant surprise, you know, it's gonna come in a form of an insight, realization that is just suddenly going to come to you, and it's going to blow you away. You know, this is gonna feel like something completely crazy. Seriously, this is because you are going to tap into this dimension dimension that is ever so important when it comes to you seeing what you don't normally see, when it comes to you understanding what you don't normally understand, when it comes to your intuition. Oh my God, you will be on top of it, trust me. So this is what this particular energy is gonna do. I told you that you're gonna feel so creative. You will be doing something, and the moment in time you forget about all your problems, you're gonna be really into whatever you're gonna be doing, and at that moment in time you allow this energy to come in, because at that moment in time you tap into something so sacred. Okay, and then suddenly boom, the door is open, and an insight comes to you after so long. This insight is going to blow you away. So this is really gonna surprise you. Suddenly you're gonna realize, oh my God, but I can deal with this challenge. I have got a possibility to do something about it. And you're just gonna think of this possibility, and you're gonna be thinking like, why on earth I didn't think of this before? This is crazy. And you're gonna feel such a powerful energy around this possibility. You're gonna instantly feel this very kind of positive and powerful vibes, when it comes to this possibility that you're suddenly gonna think of how to resolve this challenge. It's just gonna come to you completely out of the blue. This is gonna be one of the most magical moments you've had, seriously. And because you will know that this possibility is not only going to, resolve this challenge, but it's also going to turn your life around. I know that, this is going to lead towards you protecting yourself, protecting your money, protecting your finances, protecting things that belong to you, financially, but also in general, when it comes to your body, in general, when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your spirit, when it comes to your soul, you are going to feel so much happier. You're going to feel so good, and you're going to feel so proud of yourself. So now, my gorgeous Erini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be your tarot card of the week, okay? Let's just see your tarot. Oh my God, well, there you go. You see this, my gorgeous Erini. Now, sorry, now you're also going to, you know what's going to happen? There is a very powerful sign you're going to have, my gorgeous Erini. You are going to see some kind of an unusual bird. Okay, there is a very unusual bird and a very strange bird that you are going to see when it comes to this week. And what you need to understand, that the moment in time you see this bird, this is your omen, this is your sign. After that moment in time, you are going to hear a very, very unusual news, a very unusual information, and you're gonna have two choices. There is something that you're instantly gonna need to do, and this is when things are gonna start to become really, really confusing, but very interesting as well. There's gonna be very unusual information you are going to have not that long after you see this bird. And I know that this is going to sound really weird, but there are going to be two options that you're going to need to do. One you're going to feel drawn towards to do immediately, and another one you will want to avoid straight away, where you're just going to need to do the other way around. Okay, I know. So this time you don't go for what you intuitively feel drawn towards. This time you go for a complete opposite, and this is going to be the right thing to do. And something incredible is going to come out of it. A few days later, you are going to have a powerful message, powerful news when it comes to such an important progress that you have been thinking about. Indeed. Okay, so this is going to bring you a really important progress. Okay, but if you did the other way around, it would not work out whatsoever. And this is what I need you to remember. Hello, my gorgeous people. I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a full moon fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they're intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.